Hi, everyone. Good morning. I believe we're live, so we're going to get started here in just a few minutes. Once you log on, just let me know you're there. For those of you that are watching the live, I will do my very best to answer your questions in a timely manner. Just go ahead and type them in the comment section, and I'm going to be kind of coming in and out, and so I will read them as best I can. For those of you that will be watching it later, welcome to our first Hillcrest at-home series with the virtual series with tennis. So we'd love to welcome you back here down at the tennis courts. Hi, Glenn, or maybe Tina. Okay, well, we're going to get started. It's a beautiful day here at tennis, and I'd like to start us off. It's our first tennis virtual series, so we're going to talk about the 3 firsts that are going to help improve your doubles game. All right, so we're first going to talk about the 3 components, and those are your first serve, first return, and your first volley. Okay. And to do those 3 things well can make you a pretty good doubles player. So when we're talking about when we're playing a doubles point, you're obviously having to serve and you're obviously having to return. So we need to get those 2 things down first, and then once you get into the point, your first volley is going to be your next big shot that's going to set the tone for the rest of the point. Okay, so let's talk about first serve accuracy and placement. So where do we want to hit our first serve? What's the best place? Depending on where you're standing in the court, if you're on the ad side, you're going to be looking to most likely hit it down the middle of the box. So you're looking down the tee. One, it's because you're hitting to their backhand, which is kind of their inside out shot. So you're going to allow the ball to draw to your doubles partner, which will set your doubles partner up for an easy shot, right? So you're looking to hit a serve down the tee. Now remember, you don't necessarily have to hit an ace, right? It just needs to be perfect. It needs to be placed to the correct spot, and then you're going to try and set yourself up for either your first volley or your doubles partner to be aggressive at the net. Okay. Then if you choose to hit to their forehand side, which is totally fine, because strategically that's also another good spot to hit to. You hit them out wide, your doubles partner just needs to know that they're going to be covering that down the line a little bit more, because the returner will have that angle. Okay. But let's also talk about, so now we've talked about placement and accuracy. Now we're going to talk about what is your mentality as the server. When you're hitting your first serve, it doesn't have to be an ace, but you do need to place it to the correct spot. All right. And then now you think about, you're going to be making your first serve. What's the mentality of the returner? Okay. So the returner, my mentality, if it's the first serve, I'm not as aggressive. I'm just looking to get the ball back into the court, and so that I get into the point. But my mentality on a second serve is a little bit different, right? As the returner. So it sets the tone for the point when we get that first serve in. Okay. And then let's also talk about the psychological benefits of getting your first serve in. There's a lot less pressure on you. You have a little bit more confidence, and it also helps your doubles partner, right? You're not as nervous. You're getting that first serve in. It just helps set the tone for the rest of the point, game, and the match. All right. Let's also talk about the positioning after your first serve. So you hit your first serve and your momentum needs to be going forward. Once you take that step back, now you're going to be on the defense. But if you think about hitting that first serve, landing inside the court, and then you're now your positioning and your body motion is moving forward. And forward is going to make you more aggressive. It's going to make you be looking to be at the net, and you're moving in, okay? And so first serve, biggest thing. If we can have a high first serve percentage, your percentage of winning the point goes up significantly, okay? Okay, so now we're going to talk about your first return, okay? So this is going to be a big thing for a lot of us. I think we tend to be a little bit less aggressive on the return, and especially the first serve. We think, oh man, we've got to take a step back. But think about it. When you're getting ready for your doubles, when you're getting ready for your return, you want to make sure that your body weight is leaning forward and you be up on your toes. And as you want to step, split, and then go. And see how my momentum is moving forward. So regardless if this is a first serve or a second serve, you need to make sure that you're ready as they toss. You step, split, and then you go. And you go forward, moving into the ball, because your body weight is going to give you your power, and you don't have to take as a big of a backswing, okay? So body weight moving forward, short backswing, and your mentality is to get the ball cross court, okay? Going down the line is a very low percentage shot. When do we go down the line? And we only go down the line when we can hurt our team, when we can hurt the other team, right? So you've got to think about when the opportunity is, when it's going to be. So we got to play the score, right? You've got to think about, okay, if I'm playing the forehand side, which I would always play, is it 40-15? Can I hit the ball and it's a second serve? Yes, that's the time to change direction, change it up. And so the other thing to think about is if you go down the line, what hole does it open up and how does that hurt your partner? Okay, so when you're returning, you've got to think cross court, all right? Set your partner up. Your job as the returner is to set your partner up for success, okay? Your job of the returner is to not hit a winner. That will come. Your partner will hit the winner, okay? So think of it as an assist in basketball, okay? So you're trying to set your partner up for success. That's how we're going to be winning points and games, sets, and matches, all right? So we've covered how you should be using your momentum going forward. Now we've talked about placement, okay? And now we're going to talk about what your partner should be looking for after you return, okay? So your partner stands right about here, okay? And then as soon as the ball passes them, your partner should be moving forward and closing the net as you hit, so that they're not standing back, because you're going to hit that return and you're going to close into that net. Your partner should be closing into the net because they're looking for the ball that's going to cross into the middle of the court, okay? And just remember, that is why we have to hit that ball cross court away from the server's net man, okay? Because it will provide that opportunity for your partner to close in, okay? And then where should you be ending up after you hit the return? Well, if you're following the steps that we talked about coming forward, splitting, turning, and going, you need to make sure that because your momentum is moving forward, that is your opportunity to come in and to close in on that net. And remember, the closer you are to the net, the stronger and the more effective you're going to be. And we'll talk about that in another session about what we're going to be doing and how we're going to change our system and how we're thinking about being at the net and our mentality, and how Hillcrest is going to be this force on the net. And so now that we've talked about where our partner needs to be, rest of the point and the rest of the game, is that first volley. And I think that's where we're going to make a big difference, and we can bridge that gap from being an average player to a very strong player. If we can make that first shot effective, then we're going to bridge that gap. All right, so our first volley. Okay. Regardless if you're serving or returning, you want to make sure that you're hitting that first volley cross court. It should never go down the line. Cross court is your shot to hit to. All right, we're looking for somewhere along the singles line, cross court, and most likely you're going to be hitting past the service line, between the service line and the baseline. So you're trying to hit it deep. Why do we hit it deep? We hit it deep because it allows us to move forward, okay? And then it also pushes them back off of the baseline, okay? So you're having to make them step back, okay? So we're looking to hit that first volley. It does not have to be hard. It just needs to be placed in the correct spot. Because remember, placement trumps power about 80% of the time, okay? Power is super important, don't get me wrong, but placement can be more effective, and it can create opportunities more than power can. So just remember that, because a lot of people get stuck on, well, I'm just not hitting the back. But if you place it in the right spot, maybe they get it back, but your next shot will be the put away shot, okay? So it's just that mentality. And so going back to that first volley, whether you're serving or you're returning, you've got to make sure that you either hit your serve, you hit your return, and you got to get in. You got to hit that first volley back cross court away from the server or the returner's net man, and you set yourself up. That's the setup shot for the next ball, okay? Your ability to do this will set your partner up and yourself to win the point, okay? So it's kind of a 3-ball mentality. It'll be the serve, the return, a volley. After that, now, if we can get those 3 balls back in play, now your percentage of winning the point goes up like 90%, okay? I'll have to find the statistic on that, but it's very significant, okay? So we're looking to hit that first volley, and sometimes maybe the person is back deep, and then you just need to use an angle short on your first volley, okay? So depending on where they are on the court, you need to be aware of that, because maybe the deep shot is not the right shot to hit, but you need to play that in your mind, okay? So and what do you want to do after you hit the first shot? Do you stand there? No, you got to make sure play the ball. Maybe they might lob, so that's totally fine, but you have to recognize if you hit the ball to where they might lob, if they have to be on the run, then you're going to get back, get ready for that overhead. Or maybe you hit it short, maybe you hit it kind of at an angle and they run it down, but they get it back, and then now you can hit it away to the other side or right at their net man. Okay, but you have to be ready for that next ball to come back. Yes, you get that first volley back, but you've got to be ready to play that next point. And you might have to play 1 or 2 more balls before that winner happens. But trying to get that first serve, first return, and that first volley, those are your three shots that you're looking to consistently have in your game plan, so that you're not stuck without anything. Okay, we've got to go into each match, each practice with a plan, and these 3 things are going to really help, I think, all of you bridge that gap. Okay, so let's talk a little bit. So now we've talked about those 3 components. If we practice those, it's going to make you a better doubles player. Okay, so we're going to shift gears a little bit, and we're going to talk about, we haven't played in a while. Okay, a lot of you haven't been playing, and that's totally fine. Obviously, it's been kind of an interesting couple of weeks, but I just want to remind you all, once we start coming back and once we get back in the swing of things, just a reminder, it's going to feel a little off, and we just want to pick up back where we left off, and we'll kind of revisit all of these important concepts that we've been going over to get ready for league. And it's going to feel a little strange, but we'll get you back, we'll get you rolling, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's getting nice and warm outside, and so it's a great opportunity for, if you want to come out and hit on the backboard, we can leave you with a basket of balls, and you can hit some serves, whatever you need. We would love to help get you back going in your routine, and maybe you don't necessarily take a lesson, but you can definitely come out and hit on that backboard. Like I said, it will definitely help kind of get you back where you feel a little bit more comfortable. Okay, but also we want to remember that it will take a couple of weeks to feel back to normal. And anyway, I just wanted to do that little plug, because I think a lot of people come back thinking that they're going to be where they were, but they haven't played in a month, and so it will feel a little strange. But be patient with yourself, be patient with your tennis game, and it will all fall back into place. I also wanted to talk a little bit about doubles partners. Okay, so as we're getting ready for league, we're going to be looking at how we're going to pair up partners and things like that. We really want to be thinking about, as you're thinking about captains and also as players, you're wanting to look at who you enjoy being on the court with, okay? And also who complements each other, okay? So for me, I love to hit a big forehand, and I like to be aggressive at the net. So I'm looking for somebody that's going to be a little bit more consistent from the baseline, that allows me to be aggressive at the net. So if you can we just need to find people that kind of complement each other that way, because sometimes it's not necessarily the team that can hit the hardest, and sometimes that doesn't mesh. So we just need to, as we're getting back into this, finding those teams, finding those personalities that work well together, and we'll make it all work. And I'm super excited for this coming season. Everybody has worked so hard, and I think it's going to be a very successful season for everyone. unfortunate that we weren't able to start when we did, but we're hopeful that it will start up in May. And that's what we're going to be working towards as things start to settle down and get back into our new normal. Anyway, I'd love to hear any questions. If you have them, always feel free to reach out. If you ever have a question, need anything, I am here to help you and to play your best tennis, to help you in any way possible. I'm very grateful for this opportunity. I think this is a really cool way for me to reach out to all of you and to talk about tennis and strategy and all things that that I love and enjoy talking about. So please feel free to reach out to me, whether it's in the comment section or through text or phone call, whatever you need. I'd love to hear from you, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Come down and play some tennis. It is absolutely beautiful down here, especially in the mornings. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. We will see you again on Wednesday at 11:30. So let me know what you think, and thanks to all of you that have joined in, and thank you to all of you that will be watching later. Have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.